That Detroit game didn't come out for that second and third and haven't played since. What happened there and how are you feeling now?
I feel great. I had a lower body injury. I did it to myself, but everything's fine now. So I'm very happy. Can be back and hopefully help the team.
I imagine getting that practice in yesterday was vitally important today.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. We were fortunate. It was a little break between the games, which helped. Day by day was getting every better and better. So it was huge, and I'm glad I can be back.
How much has this little break here just been of a benefit to everybody, just with how the schedule has come at you guys so fast earlier in the season?
Yes, for sure. We could always we had an opportunity to work on our stuff, but we could get better, and I think we did. We took a good, 2 days of practice with 1 day off, and hopefully we'll benefit from there tonight.
Brader playing his 500th career game. You've played with him before. You play with him again now. What is so impressive about what he's done with his career, coming from a sixth-round pick, always believing in himself, and where he is now, a star in this league?
Yeah, it's a great pick by the Devils, right? Sixth round. That's impressive. You always cheer for a guy, who's a late draft pick. But since I got here, the maturity of Brader's game, how it escalated it's impressive. He's obviously a huge piece of this team, and it's pretty fun to watch him. The skating ability, what he has, you don't see it on every player in the league, and it's fun to watch.
It's almost now a quarter of the way through the season. What are the expectations in this room for this team this season?
Well, to improve, we still have certain areas of the game where we can be better, but I think we're sitting in a good spot. We give ourselves a good start. That just means, there's more expectation from us. We know we can be better and what we should do better, and even escalate the game from there.
Tomas, obviously the power play has been a big part of this, and it's not just been the first unit. Like, you guys in the second unit have executed when you've had your opportunities too. What do you think it is that's going right for your unit when you guys are out there?
You don't have that much time left. You have to act quick and be ready for your opportunity. I think we did those things. We try to play fast, break in and then create an opportunity as fast as we can. And like you said, we're successful as well. So hopefully, both units play well. Obviously, the first unit is the main one, and they're doing a great job for us in a crucial time of games. But we're trying to contribute as well.
A milestone night for you, reaching 800 games. What do you sort of think when you hear that you're at that point right now?
I think just a lot of games. I missed a lot, but fortunate to play a lot. So other than that, I don't really think about it too much. Just another kind of reminder that I've played a lot of games and been lucky to be able to live my dream for so long. So pretty much it.
But is it something you're proud of too? Like when you hit those milestones in life and in your career?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's you want to play as long as you can in as many games and do as good as you can. And I guess those are just little, like you said, little milestones that remind you that.
One of the things that we've been talking to Sheldon a lot about is you using your shot a lot more. Almost, I remember at the beginning of the year you said you're sort of trying to get back into that, trusting yourself in that. Do you feel that you've reached that point for yourself right now?
Yeah, I think it's, missing a lot of time, and you can't replicate certain things in practice, and so there's definitely some feeling, getting feel back for different plays and certain stuff. So obviously that's helped, and it's also a game of inches, and pucks can go in and or not, and you can make a great shot and it's gets saved or whatever, and you can make a not great shot and it goes in. So kind of just that's how it works, and just try to keep doing your best.
And for you, when you look at where the team is right now, I guess we're kind of at the quarter-way mark. What do you think as a group you guys have improved most on to where you guys are right now? That sets you up for success, right?
Yeah, I think just a lot of things, and it's always a work in progress. I think you're always trying to get better, different stuff, and there's always day-to-day, week-to-week, the different things we're trying to improve on, and as a team and as individuals, and I think that's the biggest thing. I don't look back too far or whatever, but just one game at a time, and just trying to improve every game.
Thanks, Dougie. Appreciate it. We talked yesterday about just checking in with Halsey and Thomas. How are they feeling, and is the expectation they'll be able to go tonight?
Yeah, both are good to go.
And how does that sort of help things out for you and your roster to know that they're both going to be able to play tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Holla hasn't missed any time in games, so with Tatar, it's nice to get him back for sure. Yeah.
Jesper Bratt's going to be playing his 500th career game. He's come a long way from a sixth-round pick in 2016. What have you learned about him in your time with him that maybe you didn't realize about him when you first, when you saw him from afar?
Yeah, I would say just how he goes about his business. In terms of being prepared every day, the extra work that he does off the ice. He's a very diligent professional. Takes his job very seriously, and he's doing everything that he can to be prepared on a daily basis. So I've been very impressed, with just his overall approach to the game.
Seattle made a bunch of changes to their lines before this trip, and now they've had two commanding wins against Carolina and the Islanders. What have you seen about kind of how they've played the last two games coming into this one?
Yeah, confident. They're skating, getting on top of you quickly. Things, they've started quick in games and taking control and haven't looked back. So yeah, we're expecting. I guess we talked to our team about this morning. Just that they're going to be a confident group. They're going to come in here quick and look to establish their game, and it's going to be an additional challenge for us. A group that's been trying to do that ourselves, and certainly the way that Seattle's taking command of games on this trip so far, we got to be ready for that.
Sheldon, as a coach, what's the fine line for you between defending well, but knowing that you have a team that can really push the pace and provide and spark offense? What's the fine line there? I mean, obviously you've told us that you want players to defend. You've shown them video how they need to defend. What's the fine line for you?
Well, there's a fine line there. You got to be responsible and you got to manage the game. You like to go quick and do all that, and it ends up happening quite a bit where you get a reputation as a team that can really push the pace offensively. I think we have some players that can push the pace offensively. I don't know that I'd say that our entire team can do that. So we got to manage the game. We got to lean in, and our guys who can make those plays, they've got to make those plays, but they can't open up the game or sabotage the game for others. So we got to be under control, and we got to be patient and look for our opportunities and then strike when they're there and capitalize. So I think I don't think we can go out searching for it. We got to be really good in all the other areas of the game that then lead to the chances coming your way off the rush.
You had a couple of practices this week. When you have a break like this, are you just looking at general tweaks, if you will, like just working on the overall game, or were there some specific things you wanted to address?
Yeah, more overall game. I mean, we've used this as a chance to take a little bit of a breath, talk a little bit more about our starts and how we've played early in the first period. And when I say early, I'm really talking about the first 10 minutes, because it's, when you talk about a start, what is that? Is that the first shift? Is that everybody's first shift? Is that the first 5 minutes? Is what is that? But the first 10 minutes for us, we'd like to do a better job of being in control and taking command of games. Our game in New York was a good example of that. Our last time out, and now we've had a few days here. We mixed up our schedule a little bit in terms of having a practice day, an off day, and then another practice day. So that allowed us to get some real hard and competitive work in practice on Tuesday. We took Wednesday off, and then yesterday was a little more of what you've seen from us in terms of traditional practices, being short and trying to get the tempo and get the guys feeling good. But the biggest thing for us, I think we've been able to get some work and manage some rest. So my expectation is that our guys will be really prepared when puck drops tonight.
What do you like about Nathan Legare? In the AHL, he's not the guy with the biggest number, but I think you realize that if you want to skate in the NHL, he needs to be a role player on the forward line. Was it what you saw the first game?
Yeah, absolutely. He does skate well and skates hard. He's on the puck quickly, and he's coming to run through his check and finish his check. He was also very smart, responsible with the puck, put it into good places. A couple times, it's easy to just, put the puck goes in and you make a line change, and then it's the problem of the next line coming over the boards. But there's a few instances where he just stayed on the puck, pin down the opponent down in the offensive zone. So now the fresh guys coming over the boards are still in the offensive zone and are able to apply some pressure of their own rather than sitting back and absorbing the play. So little things like that to me in his first game showed that he's got some intelligence in how he goes about it. So anxious to see him again here tonight. It's an everyday league. There's a lot of players. There's a very long list of guys who come up from the minors and show well for a short period of time but can't sustain it. But certainly impressed us in his first day, and that was earned through his play in Utica.
You coach again, Jonathan Kovacevic, the past 2 seasons. Are you seeing a different player, or he's such a good fit here in Jersey? This is why he's having the type of season that he's also.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that he's playing with extra confidence, which comes with opportunity and then success. Talk about sustained ability, and he's been very consistent with his play. But he has a good fit. Obviously a big right shot. We think he's got a well-rounded game. He's not the most offensive guy, but he can make a good first pass and get us out of our zone. But he's killing plays. He's blocking shots. He's physical, protects our net, helps us on the penalty kill. And he's just a great guy. I think everybody roots for him and is pulling for him in the room. And easy guy to get behind. And when he's playing the way he has, it becomes even easier.
He's easy to coach because he's such a smart person also.
Yeah, you're right. He's got a great personality, great level of intelligence. He asks good questions. He's eager to learn. I don't think he came in here with any high expectations, other than the fact that he was going to work and be prepared if his name got called. Quite frankly, I think I've said it before that we didn't really have him even in our top 6 coming into training camp. It was going to be a situation where he was going to really have to earn it. But he took advantage of some, mainly the Pesci injury and not starting the season with us. So Kovacevic stepped up in that spot and, ultimately, kind of pushed Nemec out and, allowed us to take more of a developmental approach on Nemec. But he's been really good for us. It's been a real good addition through the offseason. It's paid off here so far.
Just to confirm, Markstrom?
Correct, yeah.
Thank you, Sheldon.
Thank you.